All right, good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading to the channel. Y'all, it's so cold out here today. I don't know what happened. It was blazing hot yesterday, and now it's like freezing cold today, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. All right, so today I'm here to give you guys your ancestor message. All right. And so, man, this message today, okay? Your ancestors are saying that, like, it's time to let go of the things that you need to let go of. And when they're talking about letting go of those things, they're talking about those things that are deeply seated in your heart space, like deeply seated. Like sometimes you don't even know that they're present, but they're present. And so your ancestors are like, hey, I know you feel like you gotten over this or been done with this, but no, it's time for you to really be done with it. All right, so really letting go of those things that are just sitting deep into your heart space. And you're going to notice that once you do that, you're going to become lighter. So you can make that a part of your self-care, doing the necessary form of healing that you need to do during that time to help you release those things. And your ancestors are wanting you to, like, making it like a known point to, like, when you are out here and you are doing your healing and you're getting different services, utilizing your knowing and utilizing your own intuition and your own discernment when it comes to selecting those individuals that are going to be in your energetic field, all right, that you are going to allow into your energetic field, into your aura, into your subconscious, okay? So being mindful of that, doing your due diligence and making sure that whomever you're selecting isn't causing more harm than good, okay? All right, so, but it's time to let those things go. You might feel like, you need to hold on to them for something, but that's not the case. You just need to hold on to the experience and take what's necessary from the experience. But you don't need to hold on to the emotion in order to recognize the experience, all right? But your ancestors are like, look, I know you think that you're supposed to be in a situation to where you are allowing things to come back in that does not need to take up space, all right? Because right now that's all it's doing is just taking up space. And so they want you to be clear in knowing that you don't have to allow anything to take up space, all right? You don't have to allow anything to take up space. You don't have to allow anything to come back in that you don't need there, that does not need to be present, okay? But it's so much coming in with that release, right? And this is like the perfect energy. Like, you got so much energy to support releases right now. So much coming in with that release. Once you release that, you're gonna allow space for other things to come in, other forms of abundance, other blessings to come in. And they want you to look at everything like within your life as a blessing, all right? Because sometimes they're saying that, like, it's times where you look around and you think that your wins are small, or you think that your accomplishments are small, but they want you to look at it on a grand scheme, on a grander scale. Like, look at, like, how many people are afforded the opportunity to have the things that you have, that are afforded the opportunity to do the things that you do, and that's why they want, moving forward, to not have a sense of entitlement, because you're not in a horrible space. You are in a space where others would, die to be like you or be in a position that you're in. you know, and so you're looking at it like, oh, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, because of all of the different highlights that you're seeing, you know, on social media, that's plastered all around on the television and things like that. And they say, do not get caught up on that, because all of that material stuff, it does not mean anything. You know, it does not mean anything. It's nice, but it does not mean anything. And so sometimes those things that those people have are causing them to go into debt. You know, and they're not just talking about regular debt, they're talking about spiritual debt too. And that's what your ancestors saying, like, you're not going in spiritual debt for nobody. All right, because what you have is something far greater. You have that intuition. You have those different clairs. You have those different abilities. You're able to connect on a supernatural level. You're able to tap into different dimensions. You're able to do different things. You're able to receive wisdom from them. You're able to connect in a way to where you are growing on a soul level. And so when the soul continues to grow and you begin to shift that frequency, you're going to be able to do some things on the other side when you get there that maybe some will never come into. All right, so they don't want you to get caught up on the visual luxuries, and they don't want you going into debt. They don't want you going into the negative, you know, trying to attain that, when the real abundance comes from the things that they have bestowed upon you, and the peace of mind and the clarity and the things like that. That's the real abundance. All right, that's the real abundance. You could take all of those things away, and as long as you got peace of mind and you can ground in the midst of those things, then that means nothing. You see sometimes how those people, they lose those things, like you always hear, like the millionaires, you know, jumping in front of the train because, you know, they had to go bankrupt and they had to lose it all and they had to start over. They didn't have the ability or the know-how to go inward in order to be able to ground and have that peace of mind, knowing that, hey, all of these things are gone and I can rebuild this, or all of these things are gone, but at least I have my peace of mind. They didn't have that, you know. And so most celebrities, you'll see them, they'll say like, hey, you know, if I could do it all again, I would not have the fame. I would prefer my peace of mind, you know. And so that's what your ancestors are saying. That peace of mind, that's that abundance, that wisdom, that infinite wisdom, that's that abundance, that soul wisdom, that's that abundance, that intuition, that knowing. All right, that's that abundance. So don't be going into debt. All right, don't be going into debt trying to attain something that's superficial. All right, and I feel like somebody ancestor, like a firefighter or something, or somebody that like wanted to be a firefighter. Like, yeah, they don't want you to think that everything is going up in smoke. All right, they don't want you to think everything is going up in smoke. This is what that transformation is, and because you're going through this transformation, hey, things are going to happen. All right. There are going to be some aches and there are going to be some bruises, but on the other side of that, it's like, it's so much more. All right. You're going to start noticing things are going to come into fruition. See yourself moving forward in a new direction. There's nothing stopping you. All right. All it is open space. All right. And you're moving forward into the unknown. And as you move forward into the unknown, then you come upon something. And when you come upon that thing is going to be something that is going to be infinite. All right? That abundance is going to be infinite. You're going to tap into a new power. All right? But you're going through this transformation. The energy has shifted. So you might really feel like you need to be isolated, and that's what you need to do. You go into isolation when you need to go into isolation, and you come out when you need to come out. You heal when you need to heal, and you come out when you need to come out. All right? But you see things are happening. You see this transformation happening. And the best way that I could put this transformation is like, when we think about the butterfly, we always talk about the butterfly, don't we? We always talk about how, you know, it has to cut itself out of the cocoon, and if it has help, then it won't be able to fly. But if it breaks out on its own, then it'll be able to fly on its own. But what we don't look at is what that butterfly starts as, right? The butterfly, before it's a butterfly, it starts as a caterpillar, and this thing is a whole different color, right? And then so it goes into this cocoon and it begins to break down, right? And it don't break down, but it begins to transform. It begins to change. It begins to metamorphose. It begins to mutate into something else, right? And so then this thing grows these wings, and then the shape of its head change, and then the little nubs that was on its little body turns into full-blown legs. Even the diet changes. Even the things that once the caterpillar becomes a butterfly, even the diet changes, right? So now this thing done morphed into something else, and now it's time for it to break out. But before it can break out, before the metamorphosis is finished, wings start popping out of its back and then wrapping around its body, right? You know, and that's painful because this thing is mutating. This thing is morphing. This thing is not the same as it used to be. All right, and so it hurts. It got these growing pains. It's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Why did I decide to come up in this thing, right? That's what that caterpillar is doing, as it's transitioning into the butterfly, as it's transforming into the butterfly. And right now, that's what's happening to you right now. You are transforming into something greater. And this is for those that are doing that work. Because if you ain't been doing that work, I'm sorry, you're not transforming into nothing. You just going through this season, and it's time for you to begin to do that work. Surrounded around this healing, so that you can stop going through them things, so that you can feel the transformational pains and not the stagnation pains, okay? But that's what your ancestors are saying. You are that butterfly. And now it's going to be on the other side of this. You are going to have to fly on your own. No one is going to be able to help you fly on your own. You're just going to have to fly on your own. And even the things that you consume are going to be different. Some of the things that you used to consume, it's not going to do it's not going to do what it did for you once upon a time. Y'all might notice that like some of your music selection are changing. You know, some of the things that you eat are changing. Some of the things that you feed your soul are changing. Just like that caterpillar. That caterpillar does not just eat leaves anymore. Now it eats flowers, so it can help the flowers pollinate and do all that other stuff that it does, right? It's not eating in the same way that it used to. It's feeding on something different. It needs something else, something greater to sustain it now. It can't just eat the leaves no more. Like, it need more, all right? And then for the ones that be in my cabbages, it can't just eat the cabbages no more. It need more, right? So that's what your ancestors are saying. Like, everything is changing. You're transforming. And your spiritual diet is changing too. Your spiritual diet is changing too. You're seeking more knowledge. You're seeking more substance. You're seeking more of those things that's going to feed you in a different way. All right? So you're gonna be eating right, you know. And I'm not talking about just regular old food that you put in your body. I'm talking about everything. You're gonna feed yourself different energies. You're gonna get around some people and you're gonna be like, you know what, your vibration is a little too low. You're not gonna say it to that person, but you're just gonna feel it, and you're gonna find your exit strategy. But that's what your ancestors are showing me. They're showing like you having different types of associations. Okay, you're having different types of associations. Some of y'all are out here dating and stuff, you know, and they saying that this person that you're supposed to be dating, like the one that's supposed to be the one for you, that one's gonna be your friend, or it is your friend, or you like, I don't know if you're getting feelings for your friend. They crushing on their friend. It's either they crushing on their friend or it's gonna be their friend. But however, you know, you're out here dating, and this dating is a friendship, okay? This dating is a friendship, but it's evolving into something more, or it has evolved into something more. Or maybe y'all got like that friendship within y'all relationship already, or within y'all marriage. So that's what they're showing me, like relationship is like friends, you know. And so if that's what you having, then what you was seeking, what you was looking all over for is within that friend, okay? So that's for y'all. And then others of y'all are it's like some of y'all are rebuilding, and part of the rebuild is because of like sabotage. It's like a lot of manipulation and a lot of sabotage within those relationships. All right, and so if you felt like it was time for you to cut out, and you felt like, you know, things was, you know, just shifting and something wasn't right, then you know, pay attention to your intuition. You know what's up, you know. But some of y'all are like, hey, y'all know them, so like some of y'all finna come up on y'all soulmates. Don't forget, like this full moon coming, we got enough energy to support whatever it is that you want to materialize. You better create what you want out of life, okay? You better create it, and if the divine masculine or that sacred feminine is what you want, then hey, you better create it, okay? Some of y'all went through like a serious heartache, like I don't know, but it was very deep. This heartache was like deep. I see like a lady holding her stomach. They're showing me like a lady holding her stomach. So this heartache was real deep. All right, it was something to remember. All right, but within this heartache, within this loss, you're coming out on the other side. You're starting to see the light again. All right, and so there's hope. Like your ancestors want you to know that there is hope. Yeah, they want you to know that there is hope. Like this heartache and this loss is what awakens you into your new power. All right, so when you look in the mirror, sometimes it's an unrecognizable feeling for you. All right, and so that unrecognizable feeling is that thing that they want you to tap into, that courage. All right, that strength, okay, that leadership, you know. So it's like a lot of things that they're wanting you to tap into here, you know. But you're coming into your new power. All right, you're coming into a new power. And it was almost like whatever this loss was, because it was a loss, and maybe it was a loss that happened a while ago, you know, but this loss was supposed to activate you, and this loss was supposed to propel you to the next level. And so therefore, they're wanting you to take what is necessary from this loss to assist you in moving forward, okay? To assist you in moving forward. And yeah, and that's when you're not gonna have like some of the issues. They're saying like there's some issues that you have. You're not gonna have those issues, all right? You're not gonna have those issues, okay? Those issues are gonna start to, you know, decrease. All right, that's going to start to lessen, because you're even going to see yourself different. You're going to feel different. Like everything is going to be different about you. So they just want you to know that there's hope. All right. But you guys, it's like so much that they are excited about for you. All right. So much that they're excited about for you. It's time for you to like really, really, really sit down with yourself and tell yourself the truth about what it is that you actually need and what it is that you actually need to work on. All right, the path has been laid out for you, and you just got to choose. You got to choose which way you want to go. You got to choose whether you want to go left, right, up, down, north, south, east, and west. But it's up to you to choose. You know, and hopefully that whatever decision that you make, you choose wisely, because that's why they really want you to like trust your intuition. They're saying like don't doubt some of the things that you feel, like, because that's really what it's supposed to be. Like you're really supposed to be feeling that way. All right, so don't doubt what it is that you're supposed to feel. All right, and make you some shrimp and grits. Make you some shrimp and grits or some seafood. Make it. If that's what you've been craving, make it, because that's what somebody want over here, okay? So go ahead and make it if that's what you've been craving, all right? Your pleasure food. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, okay? Just don't eat too much of it, and don't eat it too late, all right? But yeah, it's going to be a lot changing. It's going to be a lot happening for you, all right? So they're saying trust your intuition, trust yourself. They trust you. They trust you to make the right decision. That's why they put the ball in your court, all right? But make sure you, continuing to pray, continuing to mind your energy, continue to pay attention to those that are around you, continue to set those healthy boundaries, and take full advantage of all of this energy and do your ritual however you want to do your ritual. Call forth whatever you want to call forth and do what resonates with you. Okay, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm feeling really great about this message. I'm feeling really happy. I'm cold. They not cold, but I'm cold. So I gotta go ahead and go on in this house, okay, so that I can relax and kick back. But I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you like the content on this page, again, hit like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you care. All the information that you are needing to become a Patreon is in the description below. We are focusing on the mastery of love. We'll pick up on chapter 2 on tomorrow, and I'll holla at y'all.